I came to see a film about Bernard Leach many years ago, and ended up being a volunteer because it was held in the archive. Well, I was trained as a history teacher, so I'm really interested in the history of the area because it's so rich, and I'm also interested in the art in St Ives because it's such an important place for modern art, and we have a lot of documents and photographs and books to do with the artists who worked in St Ives.
St Ives and its surrounding area is a beautiful place with lots of history, and that history has been recorded both on film and documents. And then in 1996 the archive was formed, and the volunteers then and now worked really hard to pull all of this information together to make it accessible to everybody.
I was in the archive one day when Barbara Hepworth's daughter came in with glass negatives of Barbara Hepworth, and they were domestic photographs. We've got lots of pictures of her in her studio and carving, but these were domestic ones, her sitting at home with the cat, just wonderful things.
We have hundreds of files around the walls, and I would have thought a third of them are about the fishing industry in some way, because really you can tell 75% of St Ives' history just by walking around the harbour. In some way it's related to fishing. For example, the construction of New Pier. But it's also ideal for a walk around the town because we can take people to these physical sites, and obviously it helps explain if you can point to something while they're out there in the harbour or up at the Hewer's Hut or at Hayne Walk, something like that. We've got John McWilliams, who's written a book about the fishing industry, and I would have thought he is the authority on St Ives and Cornish fishing. So he hosts those walks, and I tag along, and you know, I must have been on 5 or 6 of them now, so I'm close to being able to do it myself, merely by having heard it again and again.
Lots of Cornish people did go abroad to Australia and America in times past, so people want to know where they came from, what their forefathers used to do, were they in fishing, were they in mining. They also would like to know as well where their families are buried, which we have huge records for.
It's really good, you get to meet new people. I've learnt new skills. I knew nothing about archiving documents, so I've learnt about that, and just got to know lots of people. When we were in the parish rooms, we had about 1,000 visitors in a year, and people would come in and we would all help the visitors with their inquiries, and you found some really rewarding things. I met a girl from Canada who had a photograph of her grandma sitting on a wall in St Ives, and she had the address of where her grandma lived, and I said, well, it's easier to take you than to explain it. So I took her out. We found the wall, which was outside the Arts Club where her grandma was sitting, and the girl had a photograph taken there, and then the house was up on Skidden Hill, and so you had a very happy customer. You were able to show part of her history for her to take home to Canada.
I've learnt so much because you soon become an unofficial historian of St Ives. There's so many areas that you can look into that lead you into further areas.
To stay open, it would cost us £1,000 a month. We're a charity, so apart from a few grants that we achieve, it's all fundraising by the members and the volunteers. And we do that by raising exhibitions, publications and research, whether it be family history or fishing, mining. And we also do talks to people and organisations on various topics. You never know what people are going to bring you. It's not an organised collection. It's very much potluck. People just turn up with different things, and in lockdown people have been sorting out cupboards, and we've had all sorts of things people give to us, and you never know what's going to come in on any day.